Well, good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing today? We'd like to welcome you into the show, Go Live Together. And it appears that we have a live view of the Oasis of the Seas here in Central Park. Man, that it's an amazing thing to wake up to a ship. Let us know down in the comments section. Are you an early riser when you are on a cruise or not? Um, I know that we are. Scott, how's it going down there on the ship?
It's going great. It's been an amazing cruise, but it is rapidly coming to an end, and I'm so bummed.
Right? Where are you guys going to be today?
We're at sea today. So
At
our
sea.
last stop was yesterday in Nassau. We shared Nassau with the Carnival Dream.
Mm-hmm.
So
Texas.
and that's the first thing I thought when I got off the Oasis yesterday morning, and there was the Dream right there in front of me. The first thing I made a comment about it. I laughed and I heard Cheryl's voice in my head saying, "Well, hello there, Texas."
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. And let's
So
see. Welcome everybody to the show. We got a lot of things to discuss today on the show. Welcome into the live stream and also the replay. If you are here for the replay, please type in the word hashtag replay in the comments section so we know that you were here. But in the meantime, let's welcome the people that are here. First up in the chat is Lolita's Vlog. Hello, good morning.
good morning.
Then we have Cruising is Fun Anytime. Has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Good morning.
Texas.
And she has a comment here. Google morning, everyone. It's Friday and I'm off. Tune in this Sunday for our special guest, Robin from Sea Lake Journeys. Jackie and I will be discussing women on YouTube and what it takes to make it. And
A camera, a mic, a topic.
right.
And Jeremy behind so he could take care of business.
That's right. That's right. Danny D, the spectacular supporter. First of all, welcome into the show. And
Hi.
thank you for your presence. We are truly honored because we see you out there. You're supporting everybody. We do. We see you out there. Next up in the chat is Eddie Lugo Studios. Yo, yo, yo. Brooklyn in the house. Y'all.
Viva la raza!
We also have House of X Entertainment Inc., who has made it in.
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party. That's right. Let's see. We got Bone Tired Travelers who have made it in. Good morning.
I get the feeling someone is watching us.
Oh. Fearless Rambler. Welcome back. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can't stop walking but love mowing and cruising. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, I caught your show this morning. I was up like 3:30 this morning for some reason. And so, yeah, I tuned into his live show. That was an interesting conversation.
Yeah, somebody flushed their toilet at 3:30 in the morning, and I know it's an unspoken rule and it's not obviously a rule, but come on, people, show some respect. Don't flush your toilet at 3:00 in the morning.
Right. Let's see. Cruising is fun anytime. Cruising is fun anytime says, good morning, everyone. Welcome in, especially the beautiful wife, Elizabeth.
Oh, is she in here? I didn't even see she's in here. I haven't been paying attention.
I haven't seen it yet. She was just giving her a shout out.
I did.
Okay.
She's in the chat.
Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have made it in. Good morning.
Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Oh. The Astute Tourist. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hi.
Astute Tourist is an early riser. Bone Tired Travelers is an early riser. Ground Tech Master Angelo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon. It's on the other side.
Yep. Okay, and Bone Tire Travelers, it looks like they're going to be going with EV Max. So that's a good choice. I like EV Max's titling. You know, Bill was using it for a while, and it highlights the channel name first, and then it reveals the comment. They got some really good lower thirds on there.
Okay, am I missing something here in the conversation? Where did that come from?
Well, Bone Tire Travelers was talking to Jimmy, and it says register on EV Max.
Yeah.
It's spelled EV Mux, and it works kind of like StreamYard. It's a streaming service. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Not sure if they plan on going live, but that is definitely a live streaming website. So we'll be looking forward to the progression there. Captain Billy Dre Travels, good morning and welcome in.
Good morning.
Who brought the captain in?
Yeah.
Well, now the interesting thing is, like StreamYard here that offers us the ability to do, like panel, like multiple channels. That same capability is a new feature for YouTube itself, but only on the mobile app.
Right.
You can't do it from a computer. So, but from the mobile app, there is an option for you to invite additional channels on as guests. So I don't know if they will expand that. And if they do, depending on how well it works, StreamYard may not be necessary.
Right. I don't know. They would have to bring up a studio, a live studio for those of us that are used to doing things.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, it would have to be, that's what I'm saying. It would have to be, it would have to be workable. It would have to be something appealing. It would have to have, but it definitely would offer the ability to do what StreamYard. I mean, that's really StreamYard's niche is this right here, right? And if YouTube just rips it off and puts it into their own platform, then many people will be able to use it and not have to pay for a subscription to StreamYard.
Yep. Elizabeth has made it into the chat. Good morning. And let's see. I'm still scrolling. Everybody's saying hi to each other. The Z Show Cruise Fund has made it in. He said, good morning.
What's up?
From the greatest state in our country, the Lone Star State of
Texas.
That's right. That is right.
Psh.
Rock the Boat has made it in. Good morning.
Welcome.
And let's see. Bone Tire Traveler says, wake at 1 a.m. dreaming that we were taking our grandson on a cruise out of Galveston and we're staying with Cheryl and Jeremy. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here we go. Captain Billy J says we need 2 flushes at 3:30 a.m. Courtesy flush and then the final flush. That's right. Law Jones has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, okay. Okay. Bone Tire Traveler says I may be on Jimmy's show next weekend. So maybe that's what that's about.
Okay.
I don't know. And let's see. Mike and Rihanna. Yeah. We heard about the new sailings that the new itineraries that just opened up for Galveston. And unfortunately, nothing new has been added. So yeah, that was kind of a bummer story.
Just an expanded booking schedule.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sea Tripping with Kim and Scott. First of all, welcome in and good morning.
What's up?
And they said, I'm an early riser. Kim could sleep all day, but I make her feel guilty and get up kind of early. LOL. Bamanola Lawn Adventures have made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And let's see. Cruising is fun anytime. Ask the question. Tell us, Mike, what's going on with the ships? Cruise Vet Adventures. Good morning. Welcome in.
What's up?
And let's see.
Boy, my chat must be really, really far behind.
Yeah, I'm far back into the chat. It looks like I'm nearing the end. I am not sure. But yeah, I have made it. Oh, cruising is fun anytime. Said that would be a nightmare. Because yeah, I know that. Let's see. The astute tourist says yes. We'll be having a panel of stars, LOL, on our live cruise-a-thon stream on Saturday, the 26th at 10 a.m. So yeah, that's good. Take notes of that. I'm not sure if it's going to end up on the schedule at any point. Well, let's see. That's on Saturday, so no, it unless it's on today's schedule. Yeah, just go ahead and make a note of that and set the notification bell on so you can check out the show. Z Show Cruise Fund says breaking news: less than 130 days until the greatest cruise ship of all time, the Carnival Jubilee. I'm watching the Kindle Fire, and I am waiting for the Kindle Fire announcement pretty soon.
Texas.
Yep. And Danny said she would make the show on Saturday, so that's good. And let's see. Today,
helping hands for cruising.
okay, that's good. That's good. Let's see.
I saw this message from Sean this morning that he now officially hates me.
Yep. I saw that one too. Let me. I'm gonna share this screen here, and let's see if we can get the light on. So the Galveston webcams were doing pretty bad this morning, but I did manage to get the penguins back up for you today. And the weather here in Galveston this morning, we are waking up to 83 with 87% humidity and mostly sunny. If you are here this afternoon, coming in for tomorrow's cruises, your not your sail away forecast, but this afternoon is going to be 91 degrees with 64% humidity and sunny. And yes, we are still under a heat advisory. So everybody be careful. And speaking of cruises that are leaving this weekend, I wanted to put this graphic up also because there is going to be a closure at the big loop that goes around Houston, Beltway 8 and I-45, which is on the southeast side of Houston. If you are coming in from the east side, what I would do is exit 146 in Baytown and come down 146, because whenever the Beltway gets backed up naturally, I-45 is going to be backed up too. And that is all day tomorrow, beginning at 7 and ending at 5. So, yeah, you should be coming in today, but in the event you are driving in tomorrow, that's going to be your backup right here on the southeast side where you need to come through to get to Galveston. So I just wanted to keep everybody aware of that. And let's say goodbye to the penguins for now. And let's see, I'm going to check back in with the chat before we move on. Oh, wow. There is a cruise countdown, 72 days till the booze cruise.
That's right.
I know that is going to be exciting. And Danny D, the spectacular supporter, says next Friday starts the cruise-a-thon and ends next Sunday. It is for Helping Hands for Cruising. Kenny was the first recipient and will be in all those chats helping drop links and a mod for people. So that's good. Thank Kenny for helping out. See Me Traveling, good morning and welcome in.
Good morning.
Okay.
You're running errands.
All right. Today is August 18th, and on this day in history, in 1786, we're going all the way back, the city of Reykjavik was designated the administrative capital of Iceland. In 1896, according to lore, more than 200 outlaws from regional gangs gathered at Brown's Hole in the American West, where Butch Cassidy proposed to organize a train robbers syndicate, which became familiarly known as the Wild Bunch. Let's see. In 1934, Roberto Clemente, one of the first Latin American baseball stars in the United States, was born in Puerto Rico.
That's right.
In 1936, American actor and director Robert Redford, who is known for the diversity of his screen characterization as well as his commitment to environmental and political causes, was born. On this day in 1969, the Woodstock Music and Art Fair, a legendary rock festival near Bethel, New York, that attracted some 400,000 fans, ended. In 1992, American basketball player Larry Bird, who led the Boston Celtics to 3 NBA championships and is considered one of the greatest pure shooters of all time, announced his retirement. And let's see, also on this day in 1969, Edward Norton was born. And on this day in 1952, Patrick Swayze was born. And that will do it for On This Day in History. And let's see, let's check back into the chat and see who else is here. Controversial Cruising, good morning. Oh, snap. Stu Torres says Clemente was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1973.
It disappeared in 1972.
And let's see, Patani Islam, good morning. Linda Oki, good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see. Looks like everybody's just speaking to each other here. Wait, what came in?
Elizabeth.
Oh, snap. Scott's twin, Edward Norton.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Well, that'll work. We are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Scott to bring us the cruise and travel industry news.
And Scott forgot to upload the video for like the 5th straight day.
Well, here it goes. Done. Here it goes. Dun, 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 dun.
Good morning
Oh my
news
gosh.
with Scott.
Listen, people, I'm definitely on a cruise, if you can't tell. So I'll be more organized next week, I swear. Norwegian
Sure.
Cruise Lines returning to Baltimore with 2 ships. Yay! It's only an hour away from me. Norwegian Cruise Lines confirms the deployment of not 1, but 2 of its cruise ships to Baltimore this year. Following the September 2022 announcement of the Norwegian Sky Cruises starting September 1st, 2023, Norwegian Cruise Lines Norwegian Sun is also sailing from Baltimore beginning in November of 2023. The choice of Norwegian Cruise Lines to deploy 2 ships to Baltimore is not surprising. The port is centrally located for a little less than 10 million people who live in the Washington, D.C. and Baltimore areas. At the same time, cities such as Philadelphia and Richmond are also within driving distance of the port. The Norwegian Sky, a Sun-class ship of 77,104 gross tons, will take guests on 10 and 11-day itineraries to Canada and New England, with the initial voyage starting on September 1st for a 10-night Canadian and New England cruise. The newest addition to Baltimore, the Norwegian Sun, at 78,309 gross tons, will introduce a different flavor. Beginning its sailings on November 22nd, this ship is scheduled to sail 5 and 12-day trips that cover the sun-kissed locations of the Dominican Republic and Bermuda. This 5-night cruise to Bermuda will spend 2 days in King's Wharf and 2 days at sea. The first Caribbean cruise from Baltimore on Norwegian Sun will sail on November 22nd and visit San Juan, Puerto Rico, as well as Phillipsburg, St. Martin, St. Kitts, St. John's, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. so before returning to Baltimore on December 9th. With both Norwegian Cruise Line ships now in play and 2 other cruise lines also offering cruises from Baltimore, guests have many options for their next cruise, be it exploring the autumnal beauty of New England or soaking in the Caribbean sun. So that is great news, especially for somebody like me who lives so close to Baltimore. Um, it's still going to be small ships though, because unfortunately, that's all you can get in underneath the bridge in Baltimore.
Mm.
So, and finally, the last cruise news story I want to talk to everyone about today. I'm not going to go into great detail. I'm just going to read a couple of pieces of the story. And the headline is Royal Caribbean CEO addresses pizza fee controversy.
Mm.
It says here Royal Caribbean International has spoken out about the pay for pizza debate raging in the cruise community. Cruise Line president and CEO Michael Bailey confirmed on social media that there will be no charge forthcoming for Sorrento's pizza.
Woohoo!
A couple of weeks ago, we conducted one of our frequent small group guest surveys. As usual, we asked questions on this and that, including customer thoughts on charges for pizza. To calm all the pizza lovers, don't worry, we are not charging for pizza. So here's the deal. There's no way, as an industry insider, as a person who's been cruising for a very long time, as a person who sells cruises for a living and has for many years, I'm telling you, that question was absolutely on there to gauge whether or not it seemed to them whether they should. And to this statement does not mean that they will not come back to that possibility at a later date.
Yep.
So there's some statistics here. It says Bailey also shared the general survey results for the pizza question. Overall, 80% of guests responding to the survey were opposed completely to the idea of charging for pizza at all, while 20% of guests noted that they would still enjoy pizza with a nominal fee. And to those people, who cannot see me because my camera is still on the Central Park feed, I have my glasses off and my hat off, and I am staring at the camera thinking to myself, how could you 20 people betray the rest of us by agreeing to pay for pizza?
Correct.
The final statistic is a surprising 25% of guests indicated that they would consider other cruise lines if Royal Caribbean were to start charging for pizza.
Mm.
The survey did not give any indication of what sorts of fees could be considered per cruise, per slice, per whole pie,
Mhm.
nor what rates those fees would be if they were ever to be implemented. At this point, and with such an overwhelming negative response to the idea of a fee, the details are largely irrelevant. So that's all I want to say, people. Whoever you 20%ers are, if any of you are watching the show, I'm kind of upset at you.
Yeah, and now that I think about it, on the room service menu on Carnival, there you can get pizza off of the room service menu for $5. And
Yeah.
so it's like there are people paying for it. Otherwise, it wouldn't remain on the menu. They wouldn't.
Well, but that's for room service, right?
Right.
So that's more of a room service fee than than it is for the pizza itself.
Yeah. Also, Cruise Nuts has made it in from Facebook. Thank you for those pineapples, Cruise Nuts.
Good morning.
And I completely skipped over this part of the show, and I think it is. Oh, first of all, Cruise and Koozies, thank you for coming into the show. And let's see, your featured creators list for today is as follows, and all of them are linked down in the description of this video. Please follow the links and show them some love. We got 6 of them for you today because it's Friday, and we got to give you one more. Eleni Labaki is first up on the list. This is our friend from Greece, and she does some really, really good and peaceful videos. If you're looking to, you know, relax and look at some nice scenery or whatever, definitely check out that channel. Next up is Kelly and Tammy's Journey. Next up is Lizzie HJ Curvy Girl Cruising. Next up is LouTube, LOUTUBE. And yes, you heard that correctly. It's a cruise channel, believe it or not. Go ahead and check that one out. Next up is our good friend at Luvy's Fat Life. I know we all know and love him, so go ahead and check out that channel. And last but definitely not least is M&T Living and Cooking. Now, if you want to get some good recipes underneath your belt and try some different things, head over to that channel and follow the instructions. Also, because it's Friday, we are going to bring you the top chatters for the week here on the show as soon as my mouse starts working. Oh my goodness. Nothing is happening here. Okay. Yeah. Hang on. I'm going to get to it. Okay. So I'm going to present this. And your top 10 for the week is as follows. Coming in at number 10, it's Swoop Like Me. Next up is Adventures of the Philippine American Couple. Next up is Tuber Chat, Connect and Grow. Number 7 is Mike and Rana's Adventures. Number 6 is Captain Billy J Travels. Next up is Cruising is Fun Anytime, coming in at number 5. At number 4, we got Rock the Boat. Number 3, Destination Fun. Number 2, Nettie and JT. And finally, sitting at your number 1 spot for the week is none other than Traveling with Tinkerbell. So we definitely thank you guys for coming in and participating in this week's chats. We appreciate you guys. We really do. I have a news story here, and it says 2 of the Scenic Group's yachts executed a rare rendezvous on Wednesday, August 16th in the Arctic, giving new meaning to the expression ships passing in the night. Scenic Eclipse and Scenic Eclipse 2 met for the first time and coordinated a special side-by-side sailing in what Scenic officials dubbed the Double Eclipse. Scenic Eclipse was finishing its journey through the remote Northwest Passage and was able to en route to Disco Bay, while Scenic Eclipse 2 had just completed an Iceland-Greenland voyage before heading out on an extensive expedition of the wonders of the world's largest island. The 2 Discovery yachts are expected to meet again during the 2023 through 2024 Antarctica season. So they're going to be doing this again. I thought that was kind of cool, and it's reminiscent of what the Carnival ships did during the 50th celebration. So I thought that I would share that. And yeah, that was an awesome.
I saw this really great post yesterday on Instagram. And I was actually kind of surprised by the comments I saw. Now, I don't have the post to throw up on the screen or anything like that because it belongs to another, Instagrammer, or for lack of a better way of putting it, another channel. And I don't want to, plagiarize their stuff. But I thought it was very interesting. It said, would you rather sail on the Carnival Jubilee from 1987? Would you rather sail on? So it was basically, would you rather sail on these 3 cruises? So it was Carnival Mardi Gras from 2021, Carnival Destiny, which is now the Sunshine, or the original Jubilee from like the mid 80s.
Right.
And to my astonishment, the comments were most people said they'd rather sail the Jubilee from the 80s. I was really blown away by that.
Mm-hmm. And let's see. I see some answers coming in for your question for today. So we're going to go ahead and get your question, which is, do you have difficulty finding your cabin?
So yeah, so here's the thing for me, and I don't understand it. I've really tried. I've spent a considerable amount of time trying to figure it out, but for some reason, if my cabin is on the port side of the ship, it does not matter how long the cruise is, I can never find it. I always enter the corridor on the port side of the ship and start heading the wrong way. Or depending on which elevator bank I enter the corridor from, again, I don't know which way to go. And no matter how long the cruise is, I cannot get my mind around it. And I am constantly lost. This particular cruise I am on through a special rate that did not allow me to manage my own booking and therefore pick my own cabin.
Mhm.
So because of that, I am stuck on a port side cabin. Now, not that that's a big deal or anything, and it's surely a first world problem, but the flip side of that is whenever I am in a cabin on the starboard side of the ship, which is always if I am able to pick my own cabin, I typically know exactly where I am and how to get there within the first day or two. Certain no longer than 2 days, I am able to find my cabin blindfolded practically as long as I am on the starboard side.
Mm. Eddie?
Usually the first day, and then after that is nothing to it. I do make sure that I analyze the ship before we go in and learn where my cabin is at. So this way, the less walking I do, the better,
Hmm.
because I get tired pretty quick, and I get aggravated, and I get in a bad mood if things don't flow like they should. So I usually, study where we're gonna be at, learn my way, and we get to the closest elevators to it. So this way we know where we at. We trying to plan accordingly with what shows and stuff we're gonna go if it's on the other side of the ship. But coming back, the good thing about Norwegian is that when you look at the floor carpet, there's fishes printed on it, and if they're moving forward, you mean you're going forward. Depending on how you look at the fish. So this way, it's another way to guide myself to know where I'm going to. But other than that, it's easy. After the second day, it's nothing to it. And also, Alice puts a sign on the door to make sure that we get to the right cabin. But
Hmm.
other than that, it's fine.
Right. And for me, I always refer to where the midship elevators are. I try to gauge all of my walking off of the midship elevators because that's where a lot of the attractions are going to be on the ship. I rarely ever use the forward elevators because most of the time on a lot of our sailings it's just the theater and staterooms that are up there. If we're going to the theater, we normally just access it from midship elevators, go to the deck that the theater's on, and then just walk from there. um, we also try to get a room that is by midship. That way, there's not that much walking to do to get to the midship elevators. But there are some answers down here in the chat, and the first one I would like to highlight is cruising is fun anytime. It says, I have been lost. I thought someone had removed my cabin number. I had a little too much to drink, and I walked around the deck until my feet hurt, and then I had to take my shoes off.
Oh no.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Really?
Now the cabin next to me does have door decorations, so I
Mhm.
have used those a couple of times to kind of hone in on my door, but that's assuming I get turned around and head down the correct direction of the corridor to begin with.
Mhm. And then a follow-up comment to this from Cruising is Fun Anytime says, I did find my cabin after finding a steward. So, yes, know your limit when drinking.
Yeah.
Yes, that's cruise tip number one right there.
Well, yeah, well, sober or not, if I'm on the port side of the ship, I can't find my cabin ever.
Mhm. Let's see. And Yep, the pizza conversation is continuing in the chat here. And let's see. Cruise Vet Adventure says they'll just raise the price on something else to get that pizza money.
Yeah.
I didn't know pizza was a big deal like that. You know, I guess if you really do think about it, that for a lot of us, that's the only thing we can get late at night. So I could see
Oh, it's
why.
definitely. I mean, like you should see the line at Sorrento's on this ship, like from midnight on. It's insane.
Yeah. Let's see. There was another answer. I saw it come in. Traveling with Tinkerbell came in today, and guess what? You were the #1 chatter for this week. So, yeah, thank you so much for coming in and being an active part of the show. Cruise Vet Adventures can't wait for my next cruise. 17 days until the Navigator of the Seas.
The Navigator, my favorite ship.
That's right. That's right. And let's see. The Astute Tourist says, I enjoy a late night slice from the Pizza Pirate. I know that's right. I like the margarita pizza. Elizabeth says, that's what door decorations are for. To find our room. Yep, the Astute Tourist says, we have not had any difficulty finding our cabin yet. And let's see. Cruise Vet says, don't usually have trouble finding my cabin except for when I was on Grandeur of the Seas. For some reason, I always went to the wrong side. And for those of you that haven't cruised before, I know on the Dream class, the starboard side of the ship is even numbers. And I remember on the Celebration, we had an odd number, and it was on port side. So if you have an odd number, it would be on port side, even number on starboard side. So that'll help. And then if you're on Celebration, there's stickers on the door that tells you the forward, as you exit the elevator, which way is forward and which way is aft.
Yes.
So those stickers really, really did help on the Celebration.
Yes, but even with that, I still would not be able to find my cabin for some reason. My brain is not wired correctly for the port side of the ship.
Right.
So.
And House of X says midship is the best. It really is. Whenever you're booking your cruise, keep that in mind. Request midship. You'll save a whole lot of steps that way. Yeah.
So I'm in midship most of the time. I'm certainly in midship right now. As you can see, I'm overlooking Central Park, which is in the middle section of any Oasis class ship. I also don't mind being on the back of the ship either. So.
Here's a good strategy. Bone Tire Traveler says we get the first room from Lido, so we're always easy to find.
Yeah.
That'll work. Captain Billy J says no difficulty in finding my captain's quarters for the captain. Hey, James Cantonese just made it in. Hello, welcome in.
Good morning.
Yep, rock the boat. Okay, I think the reason pizza is so popular late at night is that they don't offer anything else. If there were alternative offerings like wings, I would get it.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously there's always room service, but there's a fee.
Right.
On Oasis class ships or any Royal Caribbean class ship that has a Royal Promenade, which is most of them now that they've gotten rid of a lot of their smaller ships, they have Cafe Promenade, which again, not a huge additional selection, but there are some sandwiches and things available in Cafe Promenade. But for me, I would probably still choose the pizza versus those sandwiches. But
okay, thank you for that correction, Cruise Vet. It says PESO, port even, starboard odd.
Yes.
Okay. So let's see. The Astute Tourist says, although we are using the drink package this next cruise, so we may have some difficulty finding it. Let's see. The captain.
Oh yes, such a long walk to that elevator. Sometimes I think that the cruise might actually be over before you get there.
Yep. Now on this next Mardi Gras cruise, I will be taking the forward elevator a lot more, considering that we're all the way forward on the ship.
Oh, are you?
Yes, all the way forward. We're like 2
Wow.
rooms from the very end on deck 5.
Wow.
Right.
So I was originally going to be all the way forward on this sailing until I was able to get my cabin moved to where it is now. So
Oh my God. Captain Billy J says, want to have fun on a cruise? Move the door decorations on someone's cabin and move it to a random cabin nearby.
Oh my God.
yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
If that happened to me, I'd be like, I'd have to find a deck chair and just sleep there for the night.
And the Z Show Cruise Fund says, yes, I must admit, I was drinking and driving on a scooter on the Carnival Vista, and those things you cannot turn, and those hallways are so short. Yep. Don't drink and drive. Okay, here we go. Elizabeth says, I don't mind the back if we have an aft extended balcony. Otherwise, it's a long walk for nothing.
Okay.
Yep.
See, I'm telling you, I'm never gonna hear the end of it ever.
Nope. That's not happening. And let's see. Eddie, I know you had a secret that you had been working on that you were wanting to reveal during this show. Is today the day that you tell us everybody about this secret you got going on?
Yo. Brooklyn in the house, baby. Guess what? October 28, 2024. Next year. We're going to be on the Carnival Paradise, living out of Tampa. We're going to go on a 6-day cruise down to Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman. That ship right there. It's called the Secret Boost Cruise 2.0. Living out of Tampa, 6 days. Key West, Montego Bay, Grand Cayman, man. Yeah. Check that out during Halloween. Yes. Also, get in touch with Bruce so you can get your cabin taken care of. You can put $25 down right now to reserve your spot. You have till May 2024 to pay your deposit on that cabin, which is also refundable. And you have till July next year to pay for the entire thing. So there's many creators coming along, or 4 of us. We're going to be there. I got many more people coming in. Mike and Rihanna will be there. House of X will be there. Traveling with Tinkerbell will be there too. James Catanis will be there also. So, yes. Let's check it out. Come along. House of X will be in charge of 2 activities during the cruise. Also, Mike and Rihanna are in charge of the Facebook group. Check out the activities and everything else we're going to be doing. Also there, House of X is also working on some excursions. And if we do get a good amount of people to go on excursions, we could let Bruce know so he can talk to Carnival and make it a Carnival group cruise. So the cruise line will know that we're going to be on an excursion from their side of things. So let's get all the information you need. Get in touch with Bruce for your bookings. Get in touch with me for any information that I could give you. Check out the Facebook group so you can follow up in what's going on. I will be coming with a design pretty soon for the shirts for the group cruise. I'm waiting on this first Boost cruise that is coming up now in October to be out of the way. So then I could put out the new shirt design. And let's get together. Give Mr. Bruce a call. Balconies are very few left. So if you want a balcony, please make sure you get in touch with him soon. Otherwise, you're going to miss out. And then let's get together. Hope to see you there.
Boost Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios. Out of Tampa, Florida. Port of Calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
Oh, snap. There we go.
Hey, look who's here.
Somebody's muted. Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I was getting too much glare on the window from the sun, current ship's position, so
Yay.
everybody has to stare at me for the next 10 minutes.
Nice. And let's see. Cruise Vet Adventure says it's supposed to get up over 100 again today. Cut my grass yesterday, and I thought I was going to pass out. LOL. And there is a very important phone call that I must get right now. So please, Scott, take us somewhere. Tell us about the Oasis.
Somewhere.
Yes.
Tell us about the Oasis. The Oasis is a small garbage scow of a ship now. The Oasis is a really fantastic ship. It never gets old. It never gets, I never get tired of these big ships. That's one of the great things I think about cruising is that the lines have really maintained a ship type, size, itineraries, really appealing to a wide variety of, cruise preferences. So, yesterday when we arrived in Nassau, I had the opportunity to tour the new port area, and I cannot say enough good things about that. I'm really super impressed with the new port area in Nassau. Really happy to see how big and wide open the space is. And the thing that I really loved the most about the port, not only all of the retail spaces and just the open spaces, places to sit, and things to see and do. There's also a massive amphitheater there with this big, huge green space in front of it, for concerts that will undoubtedly be occurring at later dates when I think when the port gets going more with it and gets schedules, set up for it and everything else. But one of the things I loved most about the new port is there are 3 exits slash entrances. So you can go out or come back in from any one of those. And one of them is as far down as the straw market, which if you've ever been in Nassau and you're down that far, it can, the end of the day, you're tired and, can be difficult, to bring yourself to have to make that long trek all the way back down to the end where you can enter the port area. And then, of course, walk all the way out to the ship. And depending on where your ship is, it can be a pretty long walk. Nassau has a capability of 6 major ships at any one time. So there's a lot of, if you're at the far ends, which if you're on an Oasis class ship, you're going to be because those are where the deepest berths are. It's going to take a while to, to get out there. So I was really impressed to see that there were 3 entrances to get in and out of the port area. Now, obviously, you'd still have to walk the same distance, but at least, to kind of get back into the port area. And of course, you don't have to show your ship card or anything like that. So there's no bottlenecking out on the street in the port or whatever. You don't actually show your ship card until you're about to head out the piers. So it was, it's very nice to see, and I'm really happy with it. And there'll be a future vlog coming out on my channel about it. Hopefully before most of you have passed on. Sure.
Yep. There it is.
So,
And let's see. Sorry about that, folks. I just had to get I had to get that.
So Tinker, we are not in any port today. Our last port was yesterday in Nassau, so now we're headed back to New Jersey, which we will be arriving Sunday morning. So today is day 6. I have a reservation for Cats tonight at 8:30. I'm so excited. I'm really looking forward to it. It has always been my favorite Broadway play ever since I was young, seeing the commercials for it, Cats Now and Forever at the Winter Garden Theater on Broadway in New York City.
Yep.
So, really looking forward to it. And then possibly, maybe, perhaps after that, after the Cats show, I may be joining late night with Eddie Lugo from possibly some as yet to be determined shipboard location.
Nice.
Sorrentos.
I know. Right? Yeah, you better catch it while it's free. Yep. Yeah, you better catch that while it's free. Eddie, who's coming on live for the remainder of the day?
Yes, sir. Where's my mouse? Here we go. Following us at 10 o'clock in the morning, A Moment in the World with Darian, *j&S Adventures, is live at the Roy and Becky's Travels Raid Parade kickoff at 1 p.m. The Raid Parade will be at 2. I will follow at 3:30. Today with the party after the Raid Parade. 5 o'clock Eastern, premiered by the Bot Files, followed by SCT Adventures tonight at 7 p.m. 8 p.m. tonight will be Back Road Freedom, Roy and Becky's Travels, and Mike and Rihanna Adventures. Following by the 8:30 with Fantastic Cruising. And closing the night tonight at 10 p.m. will be the Down Under Cruisers with Helping Hands for Cruising. And also Eddie Lugo Studios tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. See y'all there.
All right. And real quick, before we go, at 9 a.m., Tuber Chat is going live with show number 607. And I know that we all enjoy going over to Kevin's show. So be sure to check that out right after this one. I know that he is always in our chat. He's always sharing our shows, so I want to show him the same love. Y'all go check out Tuber Chat. And let's see. Chili's Cruises is also coming on at 10 a.m. And he's talking about the Category 4 hurricane that's out on the West Coast, Hurricane Hillary. So be sure to check that one out. Amanda's Adventures has a premiere at 11:30 a.m. And there, she went to the Auto Fest, and I think it was in Chesterfield. It's old cars and old bikes. So if you're into that, go ahead and check it out. Oh, wait a minute. Mike and Rana says, we aren't live tonight. Traveling with Tinkerbell says, I have a vlog coming out today. So we'll be sure to, everybody be sure to go check out Tinkerbell's vlog.
Providing my internet works, Tinker, I will watch it.
Yes. And let's see. Have a good day, Scott from Controversial Cruising. It's a Cruise Life just made it in. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome in. Coming all the way.
Welcome.
Coming all the way from across the pond.
England.
Yep. Mike Rana says Scott's vlogs will be out in 2053 from his cruise. So at least we have a date. Okay.
No, seriously. Okay, so seriously, when I get home, I'm definitely going to get hard at work on editing these vlogs and getting them out there in a more timely manner.
That's good. That's good.
Especially with as many cruises as I have in the pipe between now and the end, like early spring 2024.
Right.
I have to start getting these vlogs out, or it'll just be yeah.
I know we have a busy season, cruise season coming up. So I already made folders in my storage device for Mardi Gras for all 3 cameras. So I know that's going to be exciting. And hey, the Bud Files, I just saw them come in. Hello, good morning.
Hi.
Hey, buds.
And Daniel Jose, good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see. I think that is
Nice of you to drop by.
Yep. Okay. So, other than going to Cats tonight, what do you have planned for your cruise day?
I'm just going to it's a beautiful sunny day, so I'm just going to try to find some place to chill outside in the sun. And just have a good, just try to have a relaxing day today and not really do too much. And then I'm going to an early dinner and then cats. So I'm really looking forward to that. And it just
Yep.
really is just one of the, I mean, because it's such an older, more classic Broadway, story, and it's just such an amazing production. So
Yep.
I'm really looking forward.
And Traveling with Tinkerbell spoke on it. Be sure to tune in on Sunday. We have a very special episode lined up for you. 3 ladies are getting together and are going to wow you with their presence. None other than Robin from Sea Lake Journeys is going to be joining Jackie from Traveling with Tinkerbell and Cheryl from Cruising is Fun Anytime for a special edition of Cruising Through Life. And the topic is women YouTubers and how they can be successful, in having a YouTube channel. So if you're man, woman, boy, girl, be sure to check out this fun and enjoy. I know it's going to be an enjoyable show because we love Robin. She encouraged us to go live more. So we really have her to thank for this show. Okay. So, we really do. Her words of encouragement are second to none. And we really, really appreciate her. So be sure to check out that show. It's at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday afternoon. Bone Tire Traveler says, Cats is my favorite. Jealous. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Never seen it.
Yeah, I mean, now here's the thing. I don't know if you know this or not, but they made a movie musical out of Cats in the last couple of years. And I don't love that, but I do love the actual Broadway on-stage production. So.
That'll work. Well, let's see. I think that will do it for today's show. Thank you all for coming in with your continued support for the show. We really, really appreciate you. Everybody take care of each other out there. Stay cool, stay dry, and more importantly, Eddie and the Cruisers. Okay. So is that a new merch shirt that you got going on?
This one's been around for a while.
Okay.
But, it's part of the on the swag store that I have in on my channel. So
Is that in your bonfire store?
no, and the other one, Teespring.
Teespring.
There's a link on the on my channel below the banner. And Bonfire, I'm eventually going to bring some of these shirts to Bonfire. Bonfire is going to be my new store.
Awesome.
And I just saw another comment come in. Not a fan of the show, or fan of the movie. Bone Tire Traveler says not a fan of the movie either. So
yeah.
Butterroll Boutique. Good morning and welcome in.
Good morning.
Magnificent Germany with Darian. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi.
And thank all of you for being here this morning on Friday's show. What a great show we had. Everybody hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever forget, we love you and good morning.
Enjoy the weekend.
Bye.